My family may not be perfect. We may not always see eye to eye. But one thing we do agree on, we are for sure family.
For sure family, welcome back to our channel. I'm here with
Team Pollywog,
Team Leapster. All right, and before we get into this video today and explain what we're doing today, Team Pollywog has some words of encouragement.
So we are aware of the mass shooting, so we just like to take a moment of silence. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the families in Odell, Texas. We pray for their speedy recovery, whatever it is they're going through. Godspeed. So we have a special guest today from the Leapsters.
Yeah, so I'm the Leapster household 7. I just said in the military, so I'm the head of the household.
If you following our channel, you know we did a mock draft on the best 5 past or present NBA team that took place a month ago. Well, today we decided to do one on NFL. So past or present, basically what we're looking for, quarterbacks, receivers, tight ends, and running backs. All right. So we went ahead and already went through who would go first. I was chosen to go first, and we're going to start with wide receivers. This here is our time clock. So Team Tadpoles is on the clock, right?
That's you.
Yeah, Team Tadpoles on the clock.
All right, we're beginning.
On the clock. We just got a simple breakfast meal right here. Simple brunch. I'm working with some scrambled eggs, some hot links, and some old crispy bacon. Okay.
I pretty much got the same thing, but added some potatoes, a little toast. What you got over there, Kevin?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing with a little potatoes, toast.
All right, you on the clock.
Okay. Receivers, right?
Yep, we're starting off with receivers.
Okay. We've got some pretty nice receivers on this list. Michael Irvin, Art Monk, Andre Reed, Reggie Wayne, Andre Johnson. We even got Bob Hayes on here. Terry Hill, Odell Beckham Jr. Now just looking at this list and going with this receiver from San Fran, Team Tadpole, will go with Jerry Rice. Woo! Jerry Rice is my receiver. Tadpole. We're going to go ahead and scratch him off the list. Jerry Rice.
All right, I'm officially on the clock. Well, we're going to wait till this timer ends, and then the time will begin. In the meantime,
You go get back to your meal.
I'm going to start the milling.
Who made the egg?
I did.
Delicious.
So, Kelvin, where you coming from?
I'm hailing from the great state of Tennessee by the way of Nashville.
Didn't they just do the
Tighten up.
They just did the draft, the NBA, not the NBA, NFL draft.
Right.
Largest draft ever. Thanks to my Nashvillians.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and take the clock. Let's see
So Team Pollywogs is now on the clock to choose his first receiver.
Oh, man. So we got like 50 receivers on here. A lot of good receivers. Isaac Bruce, Terry Holt, Ron Marshall, Julio Jones, Steven Smith Jr. Man, I don't know what to pick, man. Golly. I don't see where my boy at, Andre Hopkins. Oh, there he is. He right there. You know, we got a rep for Houston, right? So, if you don't know, if you haven't been watching NFL, you know, it's a sad day for me. Yesterday, we found out that Houston Texans, they traded Davion Clowney to the Seattle Seahawks. So I'm very, very, very sad. As you see, I'm wearing his jersey today. So I don't know what I'm going to do with my jersey. If I'm going to still wear it. You know, hopefully he'll come back. He's only there for a year. They can't get him in a long-term contract until after 2019. So I'm hoping that, you know, we lost him and maybe he'll come back, you know. So it's very emotional for me today. I don't know.
So basically what he's saying, he won't burn that jersey because there's a chance that he'll come back.
I paid too much money for the jersey. Stop playing.
Right.
All right, so
1 o'clock, baby.
I'm going to have to go with Randy Moss as my
Randy
pick
Moss.
for my first wide receiver. So I'm going to take him off the board. I'm going to pass the selections over to Team the Leapsters.
You're now on the clock.
Team Leapsters, since I know that, you know, I was privy to know that you was there at the NFL draft this year, can you go ahead and tell us a little bit of your experience of how was it?
So, being at the NFL draft this year is my first time attending a live draft. It was an awesome experience for me. I went with I'm a active duty service member, so the USAA sponsored the military to go there, and they provided all the entertainment. They provided the travel arrangement. We had our very own live concert before the draft started, so it was an awesome event for the military
Really
personnel
nice.
that went there. And I had front row seats to the draft, but due to the rain, I had to leave early, so I left before the Titans picked their first pick in the draft, which was an awesome pick in my mind. Just can't wait till my man get healthy. We're ready. Tighten up.
All right, with that being said, he's on the clock.
Team Leapsters is on the clock for his first receiver, wide receiver.
So I'm originally from Mississippi.
Uh-oh.
Team Tadpole took the hometown
Oh,
hero,
yes, sir.
Jerry Rice. So that's definitely who I was going to go with, the hometown hero. So we hit him off the board. Have to look at my options. Because I ain't know these other two rookies knew too much about football. I just going to pick some old rinky-dink people.
Hey, I got lucky. That's all I can say.
So let's see. Looking at the list here.
Past or present?
And if you see someone that you want to add to the list, then by all means, add them.
Looking at the list here.
How's your meal, man?
So
Delicious.
Hey, look for that next video. Weird things coming soon.
I'm going down, looking at Calvin Johnson. They call him Megatron. Larry Fitzgerald. I mean, he's still in the league today or whatever, still holding it down. And
Iron Man.
you got to go with them boys when the Rams had that good squad. Isaac Bruce and Terry Holt.
Terry Holt.
Okay.
Can't overlook them. Then, of course, another great one down there that helped develop Randy Moss, Chris Carter.
Oh, yeah.
And even though I hated, Marvin Harrison gave the Titans some rough years down there. So, got a couple of good options down here going with the old heads. But I'm going to go.
You off the clock, buddy.
I'm going to go to the new school.
Uh-oh. New school.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with Odell Beckham Jr.
Okay.
Who we gonna pair him up for as a quarterback? So put L for Leapsters. Team Leapsters is going with Odell.
Okay, so that concludes our first round. We're going to be moving to the second round draft.
So do we want to have a recap of the first round?
Sure, why not?
So recap, I went with Team Tadpoles, right? Representing Pittsburgh Steelers, baby. Steelers Nation. Steelers Nation. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, we went with Jerry Rice.
Hey, let us know in the comments down below which team do you like. If you have a different team than what we have representing today, then let us know in the comment section. So my pick, the Pollywogs, I went with Randy Moss, my wide receiver.
And for the final pick in the first round of the draft for the wide receivers coming from the winning team, just like this year's Super Bowl champs from the draft city itself, the Music City, Miracle, Tennessee Titans, you know what I'm saying? We selected Odell Beckham Jr. from the Cleveland Browns.
All right, move on to round 2.
Round 2.
Where we going?
You can go. Are we going 2 wide receivers, right?
Yeah. So
1 tight end.
We'll go tight end.
Okay, go tight ends.
Right.
So going second round, we'll go with the tight ends. And Team Pollywog is now on the clock.
All right. Let's see who we got. Let's see Jimmy Graham, Greg Olson, Tony Gonzalez, Rob Gronkowski. All the greats are on here. Mike Dicker got some old school heads. So I'm not gonna be really wasting no time because I know. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I am kind of torn. I'm kind of torn between Tony Gonzalez and also Rob Gronkowski. You know, because both of them were really good. I'm gonna go with Tony Gonzalez. I think he has more touchdowns, but he seems like he's always been able to catch the ball whenever you throw it in his area. So I know Gronk at the end of his career, he started having injury prones. Nothing against Gronk, but that's why I chose Tony Gonzalez.
Tony G. Tony G.
You can wait to finish.
Question. Do y'all play the games, the NFL games, and what are your thoughts on those? The draft, your own personal...
What, fantasy league?
Yes, the fantasy
No,
football.
I don't participate in a fantasy league. You know, the feedback that I get on the fantasy league, you got to stay on top of what's going on in the NFL. You can have someone to play that day and then they're hurt. So me not having the time to spend to stay current with what's going on, I don't take involvement with the fantasy league. Do you?
Me personally, I don't. How about you?
So I'm a big fantasy football person. Being in the military, I didn't know nothing about fantasy football, but deployed downrange to Iraq back in 07 to 09, and my whole office was doing it, so I just decided to get involved with it, and ever since then, it's just been something to keep a group of guys, you know what I'm saying, us together, whether we do this every year. So just keep that friendship growing or whatever, and just keeps us communicating with each other each year.
All
With
right.
that said,
You're on the
Team
clock.
Mixers on the clock. Tight ends,
So
round 2.
with tight ends, it's gonna be hard for me because deep down inside, I think Delaney Walker is the best tight end in the league right now.
Lord have mercy.
So
No,
tighten
he
up.
did. No, he did.
No one else compares to him. So
He don't follow sports, do it.
that's why it was saying my brother-in-law here had Delaney Walker on the list, not once but twice. He's that good.
Not once, but 2 times. I think you wrote that. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, one is person.
He got my man Kyle Rudolph on there twice too. I think he's been drinking too much. We got it. And I like Kyle Rudolph, you know what I'm saying, because I'm a Notre Dame fan. So hey, can't go wrong with either one of those. But again, so I'm gonna go with a little old school this time. I'm gonna have to go with my man Shannon Sharp. On
Okay.
this one.
Shannon Sharp.
Just Shannon Sharp, a little love, one of the tight ends that I grown to appreciate.
Okay. Pass that down to the champ. Team Tadpoles. Yes, sir. Tight ends. Tight ends. I'm now on the clock. You got Vernon Davis. Man, got Greg Olsen.
Team Tadpoles, 50 on the clock.
Okay. Deshaun Watson. Okay. Eric Ebron. Okay. Okay, so looking at this, I'm going to just make this short and to the point. I'm really loving him back in the day when he had that year with the Colts, with Peyton Manning and Dallas Clark. That year he had a real productive year. Great at blocking, understood offense, understood schemes, good hands, very coachable. Looking this over, yeah, let's see. Got Antonio Gates. He's still in the league, right? Is Antonio Gates still in? That's Iron Man there. Kevin Winslow back in the day. Jason Witten. Oh, shoot. Knowing I'm not a Cowboys fan. I am not a Cowboys fan. And I choose not to pick him. And that's Jason Witten. As good as he was.
You know he just came back, right?
What?
Yep. He left his ESPN job and came back again to play.
No, he didn't.
Yes, sir.
Wow. I know I ain't picking him now. All right. Ooh, you got Jeremy Shockey. Ooh, you got some players on here. But you know what? Like I said earlier, I'm going to keep it short and to the point. All right? That year when he played with Manny in Indianapolis, and that's where the Tadpoles hang out at. Right? So we going to go with Dallas Clark. Dallas Clark. Tadpoles. Dallas Clark.
All right, so that concludes our second round. Again, we selected tight ends. So we'll just go from left to right. Who'd you pick? Recap.
Recap. My wide receiver, Jerry Rice. Tight end, Dallas Clark.
Team Pollywogs, Randy Moss, Tony Gonzalez.
Team Leach, Odell Beckham Jr., tight end, Shannon Sharp.
All right.
Tighten up.
All right, we're back on the clock. So this is round 3. We're going to be moving on to running backs. Team Leasters has the first pick. But before we get in, just make sure you like, comment, subscribe to this video. And just to let you know, behind the scenes, we have Team Leasters partner. So she'll be asking questions from time to time as we need to. All right.
All right, on the clock. The first one from round 3.
Running backs.
Running backs. The running back. So, Mississippi produced a lot of great talent. If you're not aware. You know
No, he didn't.
He ain't going with Walter Payton. Is he?
So, hey, and just so happened, Walter Payton is in my family line. So I can't go wrong with picking the hometown hero who's also, a distance cousin. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I ain't gonna hold y'all up because the greatest running back ever that ever laced up the cleats or whatever.
I agree
Walter
with
Payton.
that. Walter Payton, man of the year. Appreciate you. God bless the dead.
So while we're waiting on that timer, I was going to ask a couple of questions. Are any of you affiliated with football? Meaning, have you played football? Children play football in any leagues? Anything?
Yeah, right now, Team Tadpoles, for sure, is sponsoring the football league, Next Level Packers, in Indianapolis. They're third graders. They ranked 16th in the nation, the state of Indiana. Last year, I know they were ranked number 1, but they went away from that. Now it's a lot of national rankings that they do and not in-state. But right now, like I said, they're next level. Green Bay Packers, for sure, does sponsor that team. Right now, their record, I believe, is like 3-1. They do have a game this weekend, and and I'll follow back up with you guys to let you know how they're doing. But that's one thing that for sure is doing, is giving back to the community through the sponsoring of this football league. And that's the Next Level Packers. And Team Tadpoles is now on the clock with running backs. You got Emmett Smith, Marshall Faulk, Eric Dickerson, Earl Campbell. Not O.J. Simpson. You didn't put O.J. in there, did you? Not the juice. Not the juice. We didn't want O.J. We wanted the juice. I got you. Tiki Barber. Okay, Franco Harris. My man. Terrell Davis. Ricky Williams. Okay. Ooh-wee. Okay. Okay. Looking at this list, me living in Indianapolis for the last 25 years, when he was with the Colts, every time I seen this guy out, and that was a lot, he was good with the community. Edgerrin James from the U was a good guy. Still is a good guy, but
not good enough.
Yeah, he's good enough to make this list. Yeah, let's go with that. Hold on, let me look it over. Got Tony Dorsett on here. Okay, he was a great blocker. He was a good locker room guy, teammate to have. So I'm going with him. Let's go with Edgerrin James from the U. Tadpoles. The U. Yes, sir. Got me a nice squad. Building a nice squad here, baby. So before we go into the next pick with Team Pollywalls, Team Leasters, you got two boys. I got two nephews. Let's tell a bit about them and what they're doing right now in the football.
Yeah, so I got a fourth grader and a seventh grader that's playing football. They both love football. Couldn't wait for the season to start. My fourth grader is a huge Titans fan like his dad. He wants to follow in his footsteps of his dad. My seventh grader, he kind of fell off by the way, so I think we dropped him on his head when he was born or whatever. So he's a New England Patriots fan for some reason. So. But yeah, they're both active in the community in the football. My youngest son, he plays for the Clarksville Screaming Eagles, which they had a second game of the season yesterday, and they put on a show. They won a first game of the season, and now my oldest son is playing for his school. He's in the 7th grade, and he's 7th grade, but he made the 8th grade team or whatever. So, and he's also the starting wide receiver. He's pretty tall. I left for deployment to Afghanistan for 9 months. We both wearing a 9.5 shoe. Come back, he's wearing a size 11. So he's gonna be up there. He's gonna be a giant. So
man up.
Looking forward to seeing what he's gonna do this year on the football field.
All right, and then with that, Team Pollywog is on the clock, selecting running backs. So after these leftovers, let's see what I got. Tony Dorsett, another Texans. Ricky Waters, Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch. I left Marshawn Lynch on Eddie George. Oh man, the old Titan great Eddie George. Jim Brown, Barry Sanders, Emmett Smith. Oh, Emmett Smith. Oh, you know what? Being that I'm from Texas,
Won't even feel right if you win against him.
Got to go Emmett Smith, man. Has like the most NFL season touchdowns in a year. You know, I don't even know if they broke that yet or not, but I remember back in the 90s, Cowboys, you know, I'm not a Cowboys fan either, but, you know, you got to take your hat off to them, salute them. Because they ran a dynasty up in there. Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin. I mean, can't go wrong.
Emmitt Smith is off the board.
In the books.
Team Pollywog.
So that concludes the third round. We'll go through our recap of what have we selected so far.
So with the receivers, I selected Odell Beckham Jr. Tight end, I got Shannon Sharp. And the greatest running back ever, Walter Payton.
All right, Team Pollywog, so I selected as wide receiver Randy Moss. My tight end, Antonio Gonzalez. And again, just selected Emmitt Smith for my running back.
And here's my recap. Team Champs. Yeah, Team Champs. Right? AKA Tadpoles. All right. My wide receiver was Jerry Rice. My running back was Adrian James. And my tight end was Dallas Clark.
All right.
So that concludes round 3. We're going into round 4.
For sure.
Hey, for sure, family. Yep. So is it on me?
It's on back on you.
It's back on me. So now we're going with quarterbacks.
I think he's trying to cheat. Man. What do you think?
What is quarterbacks last, or we going receivers? Where we going now?
It doesn't matter.
Tell me now. Hey, I don't have to cheat you to beat you now.
Need a flip forward.
Hey, I don't have to cheat you to beat you now. We went through receivers, tight ends, running back. Who's next? Is it a quarterback?
Quarterback, go ahead.
Oh,
go
okay,
ahead,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Quarterback.
He's cheating, man. I swear he's cheating.
Listen,
Cheating
man.
on paper. Cheating
Right.
on paper.
I'm not going to go with your quarterback, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't want your quarterback. Listen, I don't want your quarterback. I don't want Kirk Cousins. I don't want Kirk Cousins, man. So, am I on the clock?
Yes, sir.
I'm on the clock. All right.
Oh, you showed yourself.
Oh, okay. My fault. Oh, it's
You trying to
hey,
cheat yourself.
just looking this over.
Oh,
I
you already
mean,
got it?
yeah,
Too easy.
Yeah, it's too easy, man. I'm going with the GOAT.
Uh-oh.
I'm going with the GOAT of all time, Tom Brady.
Oh, man.
My nephew he'll love this pick here.
Uh-oh.
He will love this pick because that's his man right there.
Shout out to KG.
Yeah, KJ, I got one with your boy, nephew. I went with your boy, nephew. Tom Brady. Tadpoles. Tadpoles, Tom Brady.
Man.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins.
Think about that.
Yeah, go ahead with Kirk Cousins, man.
I like that pick for him because I was somebody I wasn't going to pick.
All right, so Team Tadpoles, I'm on the clock.
Yeah, I was on the clock. Pollywog. Team Pollywog is now on the clock.
Troy Aikman, Terry Bradshaw, Tony Romo, Warren Moon, all these Texans teams, huh?
Some greats on there.
Starbuck, Roger Starbuck, Dak Prescott. Oh man, look at all these Dallas people on there. See, past, present, or future. I don't know what type of quarterback I want. You know what?
Study long, study wrong.
Oh, Joe Montana's on here. Wow.
Hey,
He went way back.
hey, he won 4.
So
I think he got 4 Super Bowls.
Andrew Luck.
Just retired. Hey, just a shout out to the Indy City. Hey, he gave you guys some good years. Support that man.
Yeah, support that man. We support him. Go Titans.
So, Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Can't forget about him. So I'm gonna go with Drew Brees.
Ooh. Team Pollywash.
Drew Brees. New Orleans. New Orleans Saints.
Another guy I wasn't gonna select.
So team Leapsters, what questions do you have for us?
Do you have any events coming up?
Oh yeah, we do have an event coming up September 28th. For those that are traveling to Indianapolis or live in Indiana, you need to make sure that you guys come check out that For Sure Day Party. Not a matinee, but a For Sure Day Party. That is September 28th from 4 to 8 at Illusions Bar and Grill off 86 and Lafayette Road. Tickets are available. Tickets are available through PayPal. $10 in advance, $15 at the door. Some proceeds will go back to the community. That's what we're all about. But again, that's Circle City Classic Weekend. You're not going to the game, okay? You're not going to the game because the game does start at 4. I do understand if you go to the game, but if you're not going to the game and you want to check out a good time, hey, come hang out with us at Illusions Bar and Grill off of 86 and Lafayette Road. That's September 28th, Circle City Classic Weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.
And with that, Team Leafers on the clock. Quarterbacks.
Team Leapsters now on the clock. So I see some quarterbacks on here, but I don't see one that kind of thinking about the old Denver Bronco.
Oh, John Elway.
John Elway is not on the list.
Uh.
One of the greatest, I must say.
I thought you were talking about Tim Tebow. when he on the Broncos.
Yeah, he had that.
That's what I thought he was referring to.
Yeah, he had a good year.
John Elway. So he was great, but not great enough to make my team. So just a little recap of what they picked. So they picked
The
Tom
GOAT.
Brady,
The GOAT.
who they consider the GOAT, but how can you be the greatest when you make it there and you don't win it? So definitely not my pick. He picked Drew Brees, who's been in the league 15 years but only won it once. So I'm going to have to teach these little youngsters a little thing too about football. Notice I did say I'm a huge Notre Dame fan. Normally I go with the hometown hero. We got Brett Favre on the list, you know what I'm saying? A hometown hero. One of the greatest quarterbacks. But I'm about to go in a different way this time. Fighting Irish. With my pick in the 4th round of the draft, we select the guy who threw the deep pass to not one of the greatest, the greatest wide receiver ever, who they selected with the first pick, Jerry Rice. We're going to go with Joe Montana.
Pick us in.
So we're going to go ahead and do a quick recap of round 4. Team Tadpoles went with Brady.
Probably why I went with Drew Brees. Now we're going by statistical status. He's one of the best stats during the season, even though he has only won one Super Bowl, but at least he got the resume to prove that he deserves to be there.
I'm going with the guy whenever he makes it to the Super Bowl, he wins it, no doubt. Joe Montana.
All right. So that moves us to the last and final round. We're going back to wide receivers, picking our second. And this will complete our whole offensive team. Well, you know, the main pieces that we need to win a championship, past, present, or future. So with that, it brings it back to me. I got the first pick, wide receivers. See who's left on the list. Joey Galloway. Got Ante Bowden. Antonio Brown. Terrell Davis.
So who go
Juju
compliment Randy Moss?
So we got a fast, deep person, so we need something short. But you know, I'm like everyone, I'm just gonna take the best available. These are all the best in the whole NFL. These are like the top 50 wide receivers. So can't go wrong with not one person on the list. So again, I'm going to go with the present. I'm going with DeAndre Hopkins.
That was an alright pick.
My man, DeAndre, come on the show.
All right. So I'm here with the last pick. I don't need it all the time, so I'm on the clock now. I'm gonna take it as it is because I already know what it takes to be a champion. So,
Who we
my
going with?
final pick, I got the speedy guy that can catch one hand and invented the one hand catch, made him famous in the NFL.
That was Odell Beckham Jr.
So now
That was a nice catch, though. That was a nice catch.
I'm gonna get
Kind of like that, something like that.
another guy who I think in my mind retired early, just like his brother, but he did, Barry Sanders. Who, if we'd have picked two running backs, I definitely would have got Barry Sanders, and I'd have had the greatest running back duo of all time ever. So I'm gonna go with the man they call the Megatron, Calvin Johnson. Put some hands on him. CJ, a former Titan.
Okay. So, Team Tadpoles.
Got the last and final selection.
So, who go compliment Jerry Rice? Who go compliment Jerry Rice? Okay. I need some speed. Because, hey, my quarterback, the greatest of all time, hey, he loves those speed receivers. Someone that can get some separation. So looking this over, living in Indianapolis again, hey, he was a speedster when he played with Peyton Manning. Yeah, that was Marvin Harris. Yeah, he set records. He's in Canton right now. Yeah, speedster. I'm torn right now. I'm liking that Marvin Harris. I'm liking that Larry Fitzgerald. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What you gonna do?
I'm going with Marvin Harris. Marvin Harrison, yes. Number 88. I'm going with him. So my pick is in Team Tadpoles. So that there concluded our mock draft. We acting as general managers. If we had the opportunity to put a team together with quarterbacks, receivers, and running backs and a tight end, those are our teams. So we go do a quick recap of what our picks were. And if any of my brothers have anything to share after that, we'll go from there. So, Team Tadpoles, going with my quarterback, Tom Brady. Receivers, my two receivers were Jerry Rice, Marvin Harrison. Right? My tight end, Dallas Clark. Right? And my running back from the U, Edgerrin James.
All right, Team Pollywog. Quarterback, Drew Brees. My two wide receivers, Randy Moss, Andre Hopkins, H-Town. Tight end, Tony Gonzalez. Running back, Emmitt Smith.
And you know that old saying, save the best for last. That's what these guys just did. They save the best for last. Hey, I know a little thing about football, you know what I'm saying? So I officiate the game, I coach the game. Now I'm trying to coach these two riggers here to my left or whatever, how to build a dynasty or whatever. So my dynasty that I built starts off with one of my own, Joe Montana from Notre Dame, Fighting Irish. Go Irish. My wide receivers I selected first was Odell Beckham Jr. and then the Megatron, Calvin Johnson. For my tight ends, I had to give it up to one of the guys who's on the back scene now on the TV screen. Good old Shannon Sharp, who did his thing while he was with Denver. I think he won a ring or two or whatever while he was there. And as I said, the first statement I said before, saving the best for last, the greatest player, not just running back, but the greatest player of all times in the NFL, Walter Payton, the sweetness.
All right, so that concludes our mock draft. So if you have any comments below, if you agree or or disagree with any of us, please let us know in the comment. Again, thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to watch us. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and next time we'll see you.
Bye.
This is a warm welcome from the bottom of our hearts from the Foreshore Family channel. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. Until next time, see ya.